Man, what's good with you, man? This is Algernon Hall, aka the Dream Catcher, your dream coach, man. I'm ecstatic. You know why? Yes, it's episode 18, but I'm on these tracks. I'm on this locomotive right here. We about to take off, man, and we about to pursue our dreams, man, to change the world. So, man, without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it. Last week we had a powerful session. We talked about birth dates, the golden years, if you recall, and we just simply talked about those pivotal moments in life, man, that we've overcame something, where we were healed and delivered for something, or times that brought us extreme joy, where we had success, we had some wins in life, and we talked about journaling that. We talked about reflecting on those things, because in this thing called life, the difficulties, the situations, the trials, the circumstances, the distractions, we need that so that we don't get tired, and we need stuff that's going to give us fuel so we can stay in pursuit of our dream. So without further ado, man, if you haven't done that, I encourage you to go back and check out episode 17, but we're going to keep it moving, man. So today we're going to talk about something called being available where you are. And this is extremely important, being available where you are, because we talk about that we want to experience happiness, we want to be successful, and out of the 7.5 billion people in the world, we all fundamentally, we want to be happy in every area of our life, right? We want to be happy mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, economically, the whole 9 yards. We want to experience happiness on a whole different level. But the fact of the matter is that most people can't experience happiness in every area because they are not available where they are. What do you mean by that? It's because they're doing too many things at one time. They're not giving maximum effort in one particular area. They may be putting 100% effort in their economics for them to gain financial gain, but they're not pouring into their relationship, or they're not pouring into their children, and they're not pouring into their health. This is what I'm talking about, being available where you are. And it's like time management. Everybody say, I'm a good time manager, or I'm sorry, a multitasker. I can multitask very well. Yeah, I'm sure, but a lot of us are just busy doing nothing. Just because you're doing a bunch of things doesn't necessarily, you may have some progress, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are being effective. So if you ask anybody that is able to multitask really, really well, you do research on that particular study, what they all will tell you, and what you will honestly find, is that they are locked in and focused on one thing at a time. They may have different business ventures. They may be working on different things at one time. They may be in corporate America, coaching the baseball team, the basketball team. They may be volunteers on this. They may be working in their churches or whatever, or volunteering in their churches. Whatever it is, but they're locked in at one thing at a time. What does that mean? What does that look like? Well, picture this. If you're helping your child out with homework from 7 to 8, or from 7 to 8:30, that person is effective because they're locked in at that particular time frame. They're not focused on nothing else. That person is effective in their marriage. It has a fulfilling marriage, or a relationship with their significant other, because when they come in, they're locked in, they're having a conversation. They aren't texting, they aren't on the phone, they aren't watching TV. They're giving them their undivided attention. If we want extraordinary results, if we want extraordinary things in our life, we got to put forth extraordinary efforts. We got to put forth extraordinary work, and that means being available where we are. So there's 3 points I want to touch on. The first point being is you need to identify where you are. Obviously, if you are there, it has importance, it's significant, the reason that you're there. You need to identify what's at line, what's at stake there. You're at your job because you need to earn a living. You're creating a business because you're following your calling to be a businessman or businesswoman. You're at that job because you want to impact those kids, or you want to help people. You want to fulfill the mission, the vision for that particular corporation. Whatever it is, identify the importance of where you are. Once you identify the significance and the importance of where you are, you start to see things in a different light. You have to understand, you come to a realization that I have to give this my undivided attention because I want extraordinary results. Got it? Number 2 is you got to eliminate distractions. Yes, you gotta eliminate distractions. Distractions come in all shapes, sizes, all of them. The biggest distraction for mankind is technology, although it's the biggest asset for mankind. It's tremendous. Technology is tremendous for us, but it's the biggest distraction for us. And technology is a huge distraction for me. With my children, with my smartphone. I do well when I pick up my son from school. If I'm on the phone with somebody, I say, let me get you back. I'm about to pick up my son, I'm pouring to him or whatever. He gets in the car, we talk about his day, and we go get my daughter, we talk about the day, and we have fun. We should show up at the house or whatever, but what happens is, I pull out that cell phone, and I gotta start sending business emails, or I gotta start sending text messages, or I'm on social media. I'm not available where I am. And then my 2-year-old grabs my face and says, "Daddy, get off the phone!" Does that sound familiar? Be available where you are. We want our kids, we want extraordinary results for our kids, but we're not putting in extraordinary efforts. We're not spending that time to help them out with their homework, and we sitting there having them doing a problem, and they see us on the phone. How can we teach or preach concentration or focus when we are not focused? We gotta be available where we are. A lot of us, I got a friend and I used to tell him all the time, I learned this the hard way. If you got a spouse or a significant other, when you walk in the house and you greet your husband, or you greet your wife, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, when you walk in, you don't be on the phone. You don't come on the phone in a conversation and you give them a little weak hello, and then, just give me what's up, I'll be up in a minute. And then 15 minutes later you come in, what's up babe? And then now it's too late, now she got an attitude, he got an attitude. What do you think? Like, you want 100%, you want 125% of the person. You came in giving them 60. You didn't give them undivided attention. You were not available where you are. Remember, we want happiness. We want it mentally, we want it physically, we want it socially, we want it economically. It's the whole thing. It runs the gamut. You gotta be available where you are, so we have to eliminate distractions. Maybe that means shutting off the cell phone. Maybe that means leaving the phone on the table. Maybe that means just putting it on silent. I don't know what that looks like to you, only you know. But eliminate your distractions. It makes it easier on you. It makes it easier in every area of your life. And once you identify, once you eliminate the distractions, man, you gotta commit. You gotta commit to whatever you're doing, that you're focused and you're locked in on that. If I'm working my kids' homework from 7 to 8, I'm locked in on that. If I'm sending emails, I'm working on my marketing plan, I'm working on that. From 6 to 9, I'm working on that. If I'm sitting there and I'm praying and I'm doing meditation and I got this locked in, I'm going to do it from 5 to 6, I'm doing that. I'm not concerned about sending emails. I'm not concerned about anything else but that. If I'm going to the gym, I've carved out a specific time that I'm going to work on me. You're the most important. You got to be available where you are, because guess what? If you don't work on you, you're not going to be available for where you are. You're not going to be available for tomorrow. We got to stop worrying about yesterday and stop worrying about tomorrow. Focus on the now. Where you are. If you're available where you are, you identify, you eliminate distractions, if you commit, you will see extraordinary results. Extraordinary results come from extraordinary efforts, extraordinary works, and extraordinary sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice to awaken your dreams? What are you willing to sacrifice to have a better relationship? What are you willing to sacrifice to be better healthily, health-wise, mentally, physically, emotionally? What are you willing to sacrifice? Identify them, eliminate distractions so you can reach your full potential. Man, this is Algernon Hall, man. I'm charged up. And I'm excited, man, because we about to hop on this locomotive. We're going to keep it moving, and I'll meet you back here for episode 19. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Let's continue on this journey, man, to awaken our dreams, because we will change the world. See you next week. Peace.